place to stay tonight. Maybe even for the next few weeks. I would have to sleep in my car again tonight and keep driving tomorrow. Shit. I was sick of driving. I was sick of everything. I needed to catch a damn break because God only knew I hadn't caught one since my stupid ex. No, I wasn't going to think about him again. I was only going to get riled up, and until I could figure out what to do about the situation, it wasn't worth it. I wasn't going to spare another thought on that no-good asshole. I had enough to think about. Like finding somewhere to sleep. And judging by the gurgling of my stomach, I also needed somewhere to eat. I drove for another minute or so until I pulled off what I assumed was Main Street. I could see the ocean, and I cracked my window so I could smell the sea air. A huge wooden building that had a sign proclaiming itself to be Crab Shack came into sight, and I pulled into the parking lot. Thankfully, I caught a space right as someone was reversing out, and I swung my car into the packed lot before someone else could steal it. I blew out a long breath. I was starving. I was sick of pre-packed sandwiches and fast food at service stations. Hopefully, Crab Shack would have some good food, if there was even a table. Grabbing my purse, I got out of my car and headed toward the restaurant. I pushed open the large driftwood-esque door and stepped inside. It was almost empty. Relief made my shoulders sag. The beach on the other side was packed, and it was the middle of the afternoon, so that was probably why. The only people in here were a few people who looked to be in their early 20s, 2 older couples, and a family with 3 young kids, one of whom was currently pretending to be a walrus with 2 straws in his mouth. "Hello, darling. Are you eating inside or outside?" I looked around at the thick southern drawl that had greeted me. It came from a tall, curvy woman with wildly curly blonde hair and a homey smile. She beamed at me, little wrinkles forming at the corners of her eyes. "I ain't gonna bite you, sugar," she chortled. "Just you?" Lord, I needed to get a grip on myself. "Oh, I'm sorry. I've been driving for hours and I'm exhausted. Yes, just me." I returned her smile with as much warmth as I could muster. "Thank you." "Don't you worry about it." She pulled a menu cart from the stand on the hostess's station with a flair. "I got you the perfect table. Come on now." "Thank you so much." I followed her across the restaurant to a tiny 2-person table in the corner. That sounded bitchy, but it wasn't. It had an amazing view of the golden sand beach and turquoise ocean that disappeared into the horizon. "You sit yourself down here," she said. "My name is Charity, and I'm going to be your server today. Would you like a drink, or do you want a minute?" "Some water would be amazing, and a coffee if you have one." She chuckled. "Of course we got us some coffee. You give me 5 minutes, and I'll bring that over for you, honey." I smiled as she turned and sashayed away, humming a tune I recognized as Post Malone's latest song. Seriously, that song had been stuck in my head for at least 3 weeks. It was going to be there for another 3. With a sigh, I opened the menu and perused it. I swear to God, my mouth drooled at the items on offer. There was everything from mac and cheese to burgers and fresh fish. Oh man, the burger was calling my name, and so was a bowl of bacon mac and cheese. Well, that was the easiest decision I'd ever made in my life. Charity returned with both my coffee and a huge glass of iced water. "Are you ready to order, honey?" "Sure am," I replied, then relayed my order. "That mac and cheese is to die for," she said, scribbling it down. "Is that everything?" "Yes, thank you." I smiled and handed her back the menu. She took it and beamed at me. "I'll get that sent back. Won't be long," she sang, turning and leaving me again. I sat down the moment she was out of sight. Instinctively, I reached for my phone, but there was nothing there. Obviously. I'd left my actual phone in my apartment in New York, and the cheap smartphone I'd purchased to get me to here was dead in my car. If this journey had taught me anything, it was how ridiculously reliant I was on my phone and social media, how much validation I needed.